So just thinking of somebody passing away,
Oh,
it would
death.
really break me.
Okay.
Other things don't affect me so much, but if somebody would pass away, then I think I would be shattered.
Okay. Munira, she has said if someone passes on, she'll be shattered. Now, today, actually, basically, we're just talking about anxiety. And allow me just in a few minutes put on the video. I don't sure. Can you see me? Oh, okay. Let me just correct that error.
Yes,
Oh,
I can see now.
you can see me. You
Yes,
can see the presentation.
yes, anxiety in high functioning individuals.
Okay. Now that is our topic for discussion today. Anxiety in high functioning individuals. Jaga, Mr. Karibu, I was just pondering upon this. What is that one thing that if it happens today will break you?
Mm, mostly hearing about people fighting, physical fight. Yeah,
Physical fighting?
yes, yeah. So when I hear about
Then
people fighting physically, it breaks me.
oh, okay.
Mm.
Susan said family. Lilian said betrayal.
Mm.
That is dishonesty. That's the word. And Munira said something to do with passing away. That is death. Okay. Now, let's take on to this conversation. The reason I've asked you that is because I want to start today's conversation with a story. There was this lady, you see, parents have very close relationship with their children, and this lady had a very close relationship the with the mom, and they used to converse more often until one day. Now the mom is wondering, really, what has happened that my girl has not called me today? She didn't call me yesterday. She didn't call me the day after. So she tried to reach out to the mom, only to realize the girl had blocked her. Okay. So why am I saying this? Is because sometimes we may find ourselves living in the shadows. The reason why she blocked the mom is because she was going through a difficult time in the family, where now she was feeling like she was in a divorce proceeding, and she didn't expect that the man will just leave her, and go. She never expected something like that. Now I want us to take a picture of what is happening here, and take a picture of what is happening. Living with anxiety is like being followed by a voice that whispers constantly, what if? What if? That's why I asked you, what is that one thing that you think may break you? Because that one thing is your what if. So you're living with kind of a shadow of yourself that keeps following you. What if this happened? What if I lose my loved one? What if these people end up doing this? What if I end up being betrayed? What if? What if? What if? I'm scared of death myself. I don't know why, but I can say with all honesty I'm scared of death. I don't know. Me, people passing is a no zone. Now, high functioning anxiety, how does it then look like? How does it look like? Sometimes, in the eyes of other people, it looks like someone who is very hardworking, very helpful, very active, very detail-oriented, very organized, the perfectionist, that yes person. But how it feels, sometimes this person is dealing with fear of failure. This person is dealing with people pleasing. This person has difficulty switching off. This person deals with a lot of overthinking. This person deals with a lot of need for control. So that when you feel I'm in control of all this, you feel, oh, I'm good. This person deals with a lot of fear of blame or criticism, and then even the fear of saying no. Now, allow us to complete this sentence. I'll just give each and everyone time to just read the first sentence. You complete in the words that comes to your mind. Then I'll start with Lillian. Lillian, can you just do the 3-sentence completion?
Why?
Hey,
Mine is interesting.
okay.
Okay, people think that I'm a limelight girl, but I'm so afraid of crowd.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Yeah, sometimes I stand before people after I've gained so much confidence, but inside me, I am.
Inside, you often feel.
I feel so scared and so timid inside me.
Okay.
Yeah, one thing people don't know about me is it the same as what people think I am, or it's different?
That's one thing that you know, but people don't know about you. It's all the same. What people think and what they know is different.
Ah, okay. People think I'm married, but I'm not married.
Oh, okay. So they don't know about your marriage status. Wow.
No.
That's interesting. Okay, next, Susan. To you.
Yeah, people think I don't know how to do my works. But inside me, I know I can do it very well. I can do it well, given opportunity. And one thing people don't know about me is a very good organizer. I can define well, and I can put things in order.
Okay. Munira, to you.
I haven't thought about anything.
We give Munira time. Jadam.
This funny one, huh? So, people think that I'm very rich.
Oh, okay.
But inside, I know how much I have in the bank account.
Siri ni yako na M-Pesa na PIN.
So one thing people don't know about me is that sometimes I also break down and cry.
Wow, I didn't know that. True. Okay.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I've learned in these sessions is that I'm learning my co-partner better. Anyway. Yes. Munira, have you thought about it?
No. Who else is left?
Okay, yours is last. Okay. Nannies, welcome today. Nannies?
Yes.
Yes, we are completing sentences here.
Okay.
With the first one, people think I am?
Wow. Oh, I think I'll say that people think I don't usually have fun.
But inside you?
But inside, and actually the real me, I usually have a lot of fun. But not with a lot of people. So it's like more of me and my family. And one thing people don't know about me, I'm very adventurous.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Munira?
People think I am happy-go-lucky because I present myself to be really happy, but deep down, sometimes I'm very sad also. Yeah, and one thing people don't know about me is that I am very creative. Yeah.
Okay. If I may answer this, because I know people will ask me. Now, for me, I think people think I'm an extrovert, but inside me, I just like the time I like spending on myself is more. And inside me, I feel I'm an introvert because I just love my own personal space, no interaction, and all that. One thing people don't know about me, what's that now? I don't know. I don't know. Let me remember. That one, I'll think about it anyway. As we continue, okay. Who else? Who have I forgotten? We are together. Let me see from here. Yeah, we are together. I'm trying to think about that one. People don't know about me.
You have now finished thinking now.
Lillian. Okay. Actually, one thing people don't know about me is my family. I keep my personal family personal. Yes, people. Okay, I don't expose my family on social media. Even my son, even my husband, no. So some people, sometimes when I go to some events and then people are just shocked. Oh, so you have a family? Oh, so anyway, I've finished thinking, Lillian. Now, why are we here today? Today we are trying to understand hidden anxiety. And we are also trying to improve on our emotional intelligence, recognize a few emotional exhaustion patterns, and then build coping strategies. Now, these will enable us live successfully without sacrificing ourselves. Now, write 3 answers. Who am I when nobody is watching? Who am I? Lillian, who are you when nobody is watching? What do people see? What do I actually feel? And what is that one thing that I'm tired of defending? Lillian, for you. Today I just want to. Oh, sorry. Let me start with Susan.
Kindly. Yes, as I think.
Okay, Susan. When nobody is watching, who are you really? Let's start with you. What do people see? Susan, are you here with us? Susan, she's generating answers. Nannies.
Yes.
Yes. What do people see when nobody is watching? And what do you actually feel in your inner closet? And what is that one thing that you're tired of pretending of? Leo nimewafanya mufikirie sana. Aki msifikirie kidogo tu.
We are really thinking, especially myself, because you see, like when I'm at work, or when I'm around people, I'm this kind of a person who would like to make people comfortable around me. So sometimes I'm forced, like I force myself to talk to people.
You force yourself to be an extrovert.
Yes, to be that extrovert actually. And especially now when I'm in church and married to a pastor, those kind of things. So you see, I have but what I actually feel, I love my own space. I'm usually so comfortable with books. And if I can avoid like always being around people, and hey, I would love to, and just be myself,
Yeah, so you should, if given an opportunity, you can just go and sit in your corner somewhere and you'll be okay.
Actually, I can spend the whole day in my room with my books, noting down and that kind of thing. And if I have to talk, I talk like what we are doing right now, even without seeing people. Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I understand you. Actually, I'm just from church. We have this camp meeting and I'm being forced to talk. If given a choice, I will just sit in a corner and listen and go home. But anyway, it's life sometimes. Yes. Lillian, have you thought about it?
Yes. People around me see a lot of generosity. But what I actually feel is that are being taken advantage of sometimes. And I'm tired of just being the nice girl to everybody, to every request. Yeah, and I just want to be somehow moderate, be able to say no to some requests and still feel okay, because most of the time it disturbs me.
And I know there is a book called Stop Being a Nice Girl. Is that the photo? I don't know. I'll look for it. I'll send you. Okay. Yes. So, let's go to Munira.
What most people don't know, when no one is watching, is that I'm an introvert. Yeah, I'm actually an introvert more because I like to be by myself. I can, like Vivian was saying, I can stay whole day without talking to anybody, and I can read books, I can watch videos, I can do everything by myself. I don't need a company. There was a time I used to, I needed company, but now I've become very independent in my thinking. I can stand up for myself. And what am I tired of pretending? I'm tired of being what I am not. I like to be my authentic self. Yeah, sometimes I become a people pleaser, but that's what I am not. But just to make the crowd feel, as a psychologist, you have to be that. You have to be mixed with people and be nice to everyone and all that. But that's not my real quality. I'm pretending to be that.
Okay. Wow, this is getting interesting. Now, Susan, your turn. Okay, Susan, she's still thinking. I think Rose has joined us. Rose, we are talking. Who am I when nobody is watching? Would you care to tell us? First of all, I would just say you're very much welcome for today's session. Munira, please mute yourself. Okay, thank you. Now, who am I when nobody is watching? And what do people see? What do I actually feel? Or am I tired of pretending? Rose, to you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening to you.
Thank you, Carol. Now, what do people see? I think people see someone who is well put together. Like, if presented with troubling news, I will appear as someone who is able to give a term or a perspective or an understanding such as, okay, this is sad news someone has passed on. Okay, let's see internalizing the information well. Just basically someone who appears to be well put together. What do I actually feel deep down is another level to being broken, but still able to function. Even with the added part of, like case in point, what just happened is I lost a very close brother-in-law. Actually, it's a bit of an extended connection, but the fact that I have known him for all of my youth, then the very one time that I've been able to have stability in my life, that is progress to marriage and have children, careers and all, he got stuck somewhere because he got diagnosed with a few mental health issues and there, which really have given him a lot of challenges. And now we are referring to him as deceased. So now when this information was shared with us all, I have been that person in the family who, when anyone looks to, they know roles will be put together. The rest of everyone else can be wailing and screaming and just losing it, but Rose will be the person to move through and appears to have the answers, appears to know what to say at this point in time and so on and so forth. But deep down, I'm broken as they are. But because that's the role in the family system that's more or less given to me, I have to be a certain way. And so what am I trying to pretend to be is that well put together person.
Okay.
Can I just be as everyone else is around in family setting, in a social setting, at work? I remember when we began the classes, I used to be very skeptical of setting the boundaries. And I remember Carol insisting, it's okay to be that employee who just says no, just no and no and no. And as we stand, I've since sent 2 letters to be excused from 2 committees, which to begin with I never consented to. And they had been taking more from me than I'm able to give. And every time we have the meeting, I'm thinking, hey, these people will think like I'm just, I'm really trampled on at work. But now I have learned to be more assertive, of course, in a respectful way, and so on. So what am I pretending? What am I tired of pretending to be? Is that well put together person? It's okay. I want to feel like it's okay for Rose to just be her. What is she going through now? She just is not lazy, but she's having a bit of procrastination, and that's fine. It's acceptable. However, she's thinking and working around the emotion behind the procrastination. What is Rose feeling today? I'm very sad that I've lost my brother-in-law who will never see my husband and children, even though he formed part of a lot of my youth. What am I doing today? I'm feeling a bit calm and composed to be in class today. Yes. Can Rose just be Rose? Real Rose, not the ideal or supposed or ideal
Okay. Thank you, Rose. Okay, Jotham, tell us something. When no one is watching, who are you?
So when no one is watching, I'm an emotional being. I get happy, I get sad, I feel pain, I feel all the feelings a human being go through, I feel them. But now, what people see, they usually see me as a very happy person. That 24/7, I'm always happy, laughing. Even when I'm breathing, it's not easy to get me that yes, I have that frowning face. It's not easy to get me that frowning face. So people all see that I'm always happy, laughing person without emotion, without feeling pain. Yeah, so yes. So what do I actually feel? Myself, I feel as a normal human being with the emotions. So I get hurt. I will also hurt people. Yeah. So in case go a wrong way, I'll feel you have hurt me. I might retaliate or I might shy off, but I'll have that feeling, and I'll have a special place that I'll place you. Then what am I tired of pretending? That's a funny one. So I pretend so many things.
Now give us three then. What are the things you're tired of
Yes.
pretending?
Whenever I'm always almost always in meetings, and whenever I'm at joining meeting, people will start negotiating. Will you drop me off? Will you drop me off? Because so when we are in meeting, it's not easy to convince you that I've come in public transport.
You're tired of pretending. Okay. Manifest.
So that's what. Yeah, so now working with the public transport, that's now what I'm tired of pretending that I've not walked, come with my personal car in a meeting.
That's interesting. Okay. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's let let's take it a note higher. What is now high functioning anxiety? The reason for me asking you these questions is simply I want you to just today is about introspection and the emotional intelligence. Yes, it's anxiety, but anxiety runs with what's in the brain. So what is then high functioning anxiety? It is living with persistent anxiety while continuing to perform at a higher level. You see where you're pretending to be something you're not. Where you're going to work though you feel broken. Where you're comforting people though you are also grieving. Now, people see confidence, you experience pressure. People see success, you experience fear. People see strength, but deep down you experience exhaustion. So, what people see out there, they see a detail oriented, outgoing, active, super helpful, hardworking, performs under pressure, loyalty. But deep down, what is happening is you're overthinking, you're people pleasing. Like I can tell you, I felt so tired today standing all that long hours, and I could just be in my corner and wait for the preacher to finish the service. Now there is the inability to slow down, there is trouble saying no, there is fear of failure, there is procrastination or over planning, there's even poor boundaries. So people may see that confidence, but they don't know how much pressure you're experiencing. People may see that success, but they don't know how much strength, fear you are experiencing. People will see that strength, but deep down in you, you're so exhausted. Now, in our life today, people will call you reliable. People People will call you productive. Oh, she's such an excellent, a very good leader. But what they don't see is the thoughts that comes to you, your mind, is the emotional fatigue, is the constant pressure, is the sleepless nights. It's like this layer. On the outside, people are seeing all those good things, that success, that reliability, that's leadership. You know, let me share this. You see, with my profession and this company coming along, every day I receive very motivating messages, you know. People, let me allow me just to read. What did I get today? Was it today? Yeah. Allow me to read something interesting. And you see, as I get it, someone was just telling me some very good stuff, but then they don't know how often sometimes I also struggle with, you know, the fear of failure. What if this company won't be where I want it to be? You know, you may think I'm here and you think maybe this person is not dealing with a lot of pressure. Let me tell you the pressure I'm dealing with. Anyway, it's not to be. Yeah, it's this lady. Let me read for you. Hey madam, I reached out to you in person as counselors together. You know, you're doing a fantastic job. I follow you on all platforms and learn a lot. You can imagine after receiving that message now, was I happy? No. Was I sad? No. But you see, from the outside, someone will look at you, Rose, and they are seeing how you are well put together, but they don't understand the things you struggle with. This is now the layers of our emotions. You see, from the outside, things are running smoothly, but from the inside, you are the one who has sleepless nights. Because even when I want to make a presentation, if I say today I'm doing this, you realize sometimes I just tell myself I can't sleep without doing it. Sometimes you get frustrated along the way, things didn't go how you wanted, then they start those racing, those fear of failure. It's not something I would say occurs often, but it's something I also encounter in life. So the reason I've said all this is because anxiety is something that can happen to anyone. Okay? It can face anyone. Even the person you think they are very good at doing it. Maybe they are so good at masking what is really happening. And now today, I just want you to be you. Mask aside, come to this understanding, the way I've put away all my masks, come to this understanding that now, how do we now solve this predicament? From the outside, things are well put together, but from the inside, you're hurting. That's now high-performing anxiety. Now, many successful people learn early that love comes through achievement. Approval comes through perfection. Acceptance came through performance. Eventually, success stopped becoming a choice. It became a survival because of the need for love, approval, and acceptance. The need for love, approval, and acceptance. Okay. What do then emotionally intelligent people are able to? First is recognize those emotions. And I really appreciate this session because it has helped me, it has helped you recognize what are you feeling deep down. Understand those emotions, manage those emotions, and then build relationship. Now, you see, anxiety interferes with every one of these ability. It interferes with your way of recognizing, understanding, managing, and then building the connection. And that's why we're here today. Now, what are the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence? Now, the 4 pillars of emotional intelligence, we have self-awareness, we have self-regulation, empathy, and social skill. Now, self-awareness is when you now recognize your own emotions. How do you recognize what's going on in your mind? You recognize simply by this. It's okay to say, I'm frustrated instead of I'm fine. Now, you also need to understand it's not just recognizing, but understanding how these emotions are rendering you to the actions you're taking. Okay? Now, if you feel the need for approval, let's go back here. If you feel the need for acceptance, for example, for people to accept me and welcome me more, I need to people please, then your actions will be people pleasing. Number 2, we have self-regulation. This is now how to manage emotions in a healthy way. I think I've talked about this for so long in these discussions, where I talked about the 90 seconds pause, where you give yourself time for the prefrontal cortex to come in and rationalize the situation when you're emotionally charged. Then self-regulation also involves adapting to changing circumstances. For example, you are traveling and then along the way, your vehicle gets a puncture. How will you adapt to those changing circumstances? Now, with changing circumstances, the first thing is, I always say, ask yourself, what can I do about this situation? Is it within my control or not? If within your control, what solutions are in my disposal? If without your control, then let it go. Just simple. Now, number 3, we are having empathy. Understand other people's emotions. Offer comfort and support. Now, there's a difference between sympathy and empathy. Sympathy is basically pity. But empathy is now you taking yourself in other person's shoes. And empathy should not feel like someone is using you. No, it's you who is trying, not the other person forcing you to understand. Rather, it's you who is trying to understand the other person's emotions and put yourself in their shoes. Now, there's a book by Daniel Goleman. I don't know, Jotham, did we share in the group? No, we'll share in the group if we have it for the
title of the book.
It's Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. It's something everybody can peruse through. Now, the last one is social skills. Now, social skills is just interpersonal relationships. How do you build and maintain relationships? And then the effective communication. Why? Because you manage your emotions. But again, you understand another person so that it can build an effective relationship. Now, you see a situation where you don't understand, you just say, I'm fine. I'm fine today, I'm fine tomorrow. Then you snap out. After you snap out, it means you failed at self-regulation. You see, a situation where something has happened and you've already filled in the gaps, it means you're not feeling yourself in the other person's emotions. You see, a situation where you haven't put yourself in other person's shoes, so you will judge them and assume them. Why didn't this person pick my call? Now, there are two responses to that. Maybe this person is busy, you cool it down, or this person is ignoring me. Those are your thoughts, which will lead to actions like, don't call me again. Now let's go a little bit to biology. Are we together, members? Hope I'm not taking you so fast. Good, thank you, Nanis. Now let's go to biology a little bit. When anxiety becomes chronic, the brain stays in survival mode. Now, ask me what I mean by survival mode. Survival mode is more of a threat mode. If you find yourself, you're getting so irritated very quickly, you're overreacting, your brain is on survival mode. So instead of asking what is true, it asks what could go wrong. Okay? Instead of your brain, now it is not thinking. Now there is something here called prefrontal cortex. If you can see in the picture, it's in the upper part of the brain. Then there is the amygdala in a little bit of the lower part of the brain. Now, prefrontal cortex and amygdala is what I'm interested in today. Now, it is the prefrontal cortex is involved. I don't know if I can enlarge this. Where has it gone to? I don't know. No, I can't edit when we are on, but I believe you can see. Can you see the wordings? Even if you don't see, I'll explain. Now, prefrontal cortex is involved in logical responses and reasoning. Now, anxiety can shut down prefrontal cortex, hampering logical thinking, and rationalization. That's why I said when you're in survival mode, you react more than you respond. Now, the other part I'm interested in, the anterior cingulate cortex. This is not something I would want to explain a little bit. No, we'll go to amygdala. Now, amygdala is responsible for responses to fearful stimuli. In persistent anxiety, the amygdala increases in size, now boosting the response to a scary stimuli. What do I mean by that? There's something we call an amygdala hijack. An amygdala hijack is basically an example. You are having a conversation with your spouse. Then your spouse starts with, I disagree. Now, when a statement starts with negativity, the brain picks it up as what? As a threat. And a threat is a fearful stimuli. So you find in that moment, this person is disagreeing. You've already raised your voice. You've already answered him without giving time for prefrontal cortex to respond. That's why you will ask me, why do I react the way I do? If you ask me, it's because the prefrontal cortex has been inhibited or is not given time to respond. So the amygdala picks every situation and makes it a fearful word, a fearful stimuli. If you knew someone was chasing you, would you wait for them? Of course you wouldn't. You would try to protect yourself. So what amygdala does is tries to protect you against yourself in a wrong way. Okay? Now, for example, you're doing a project. I like using this example very much. And then you take those files to your boss or to your to your manager and you tell them, oh, check for me this one. You see, check for me this one, check. Then they just throws it on your face. Now, you see, that is a fearful stimuli. Now, these fearful stimuli can shut down the prefrontal cortex if it is a persistent fearful stimuli. Okay? Now, high-functioning anxiety often sounds like, I should have done better. What if I fail? I cannot disappoint people. I'm not doing enough. I must keep going. In these, what is that one thing that you think sounds familiar? Let's engage each other. Lillian, what is that one thing that sounds familiar for you? I should have done better. I cannot disappoint. Lillian, forgive me today. My tongue is just remembering Lillian. Sorry. But please respond.
I am not doing enough.
I'm not doing enough. Okay. Nannies? Nannies?
I cannot disappoint people.
I cannot disappoint people. Mm-hmm. Yes, Munira.
I could have done better.
Jordan?
I cannot disappoint people.
Okay. Rose?
Hey, Carol, me, I think it's all of them. But the last one resonates the most.
I must keep going.
Yes, but all of them are very familiar.
Susan? Yes, Rose, sorry, you were saying something. Hope I didn't cut you off.
Oh, no, it's okay.
Oh, okay, yes. Susan?
I should have done better.
I should have done better. Now, let's just take it a little bit not higher. Now, what are the common signs of anxiety? There is perfectionism, there is overthinking, there is people pleasing, there is overworking, there is difficulty relaxing. You see, if someone is feeling like I must keep going, do you think you won't feel like relaxing? You see, if someone is feeling like I must not disappoint people, so you end up people pleasing. There is the need for control, there is the fear of criticism, and there is difficulty asking for help. Now, high functioning anxiety slowly steals your peace, joy, rest, confidence, relationship, self-worth. You see, eventually, when you have this anxiety and it keeps recurring, you feel like achievement no longer feels rewarding, because you remember what we said here. I always refer to this. Now, when you learned love came through achievement and you've achieved something, you've not gotten the love yet. If you've learned approval came through perfection, you feel like you've perfected in everything, it won't be rewarding, because what you needed is not perfection. What you needed is approval. If you learned acceptance came through performance, no matter how you perform, you won't find it rewarding, because what you need is acceptance. So you need love, approval, and acceptance for the real you. Okay? Let's proceed. Now, what are the typical signs of high functioning anxiety? We have difficulty sleeping, we have things to do with headaches, fatigue, high blood pressure, digestive problems, muscle tension, and frequent illness. You see, it's sad because I've been getting frequent calls on people just dying. Would I say unprecedented death? Sometimes someone will just say, I just felt weak, then the next day they didn't wake up. And you see, there is an effect of trauma on making the brain to bleed. Now, you see, that's why I always see these an interconnection between our mental self and our physical self. If you find yourself, you're struggling with poor sleep, headaches, fatigue, high blood pressure, digestive problems, muscle tension, frequent illnesses that were not diagnosed, it's now time for you to check, how is my mental well-being? Now, this is what I'm talking about. You see, there is the mind, there is the body, and this brings about the overall health. The mind comes with things like thoughts, beliefs, emotions. Now, the body comes with things like the exercise, nutrition, sleep, and self-care practices. Now, these goes to now what? The physical, mental, and social well-being of a person. If one thing is missing here, if your thought process are not at par, Munira, please mute. You find it's affecting your overall health. Now, how does then high functioning anxiety affect relationships? Sometimes you hide emotions because you don't want people to know the real you, the authentic you. That's why I was asking you, if people are not seeing, who are you? Sometimes you avoid vulnerability, like Jotham shared about people thinking you must be happy all the time without emotions. Sometimes you struggle to trust, become emotionally unavailable. Yes, you are in a room full of people, but you're very emotionally far away from that, because your mind is constantly thinking about things that happened or things that are coming to happen. Now, feeling lonely even when surrounded by people. This is something people experience when you're in a space where first maybe you didn't want to, or you're being forced by circumstances to be an extrovert when you just prefer your own peace. Yes, people are around you, but you're just still feeling lonely. Now, I want us to talk about, let's get to know our anxiety triggers. Let me start with Susan. My anxiety triggers. Susan, I feel anxious when?
Yeah, I feel anxious when things are not going on well.
Okay. My body reacts by? Oh, Susan has left. Okay, she's coming back. Nanis?
Okay, I usually feel anxious when things are not working as I have planned or as expected. And then my body reacts. I usually start sweating, the hands, the legs, when things are not working.
It's okay. You see, now this is self-awareness. We say in emotional intelligence, we have self-awareness, self-regulation, empathy, and social skills. Good.
Yes. And then my thoughts I usually become disorganized. Like they have planned this and this is what is going to happen. During that time, I'm not able to think right. And then my behavior changes by, I would say, I become unsettled. Like if it is on time, I start running here and there. Yes. So I usually don't have like even time when people tell me now or calling me, I'm like, please wait. This one can wait, Yeah. So that's what usually happened. I don't become myself. Even my behavior, it usually changes to rushing and
nervousness.
Exactly. Okay. So that's what happens.
Yes, Rose, tell us a little bit about you.
Previously used to be feeling anxious when there's so many adjustments taking place, and seeing plans that life is constantly evolving. So at least that is not so much of a trigger. However, I notice nowadays I'm very self-conscious where I get tired of being in environments where the energies are off, so to speak. So you will walk into a room and you'll instantly notice those displeased with your presence, or I don't know, it's like they even don't want to be there. So a lot of times used to be, then why are you here? So now, what mostly gives me anxiety from all this is the questioning of myself of what am I doing here to begin with. Then I have to remind myself when I notice when my body I'm beginning to have racing thoughts. Because of the racing thoughts, I feel the pressure to want to communicate what it is that I'm thinking before I forget about it. Lest now I'm going to start ruminating on it. I also notice I tap my fingers a lot. And my thoughts become. I major on that very trigger until I'm able to find a way to overcome it, whether by communicating with my partner, someone I'm present with in that very environment, or even if I'm alone, I have to, like the other day I was in an interview, I have to calm myself because I was very intimidated by finding a panel of more than 10 and I'm wondering where are there so many. So I had to, the energies of course are not off, but you see in an interview, you'll be more anxious, not knowing that are you going to succeed, what is going to happen next, what does this mean for you? So once I'm able to find a level ground to try to reason, then my thoughts become less focused on obsessing about the very trigger. Then now I'm able to come to a point where I'm able to, be more calm. So my behavior changes where I start to scan the room a lot, and my eyes will. I didn't even know this is actually the fan who told me about it. My eyes would move a lot, like I don't know how to put it. There's a focus on, if you tell me to focus on the finger, I will. However, when I'm anxious, I'll focus on the finger, yes, but my peripheral vision will equally be as busy. And I want to stand, face around, or go sit by myself at a corner as I internalize and process it all. So slow but sure, we are getting to understand the whole anxiety triggers and all, and how to remain calm and grounded, I guess, in such situations where the levels of anxiety are not so much of mild, we are on to the moderate, but at least not to the severe or panic. So, yes.
Okay, thank you, Rose. Munira?
I feel anxious when things don't go my way or according to plan. And the thoughts are, I start overthinking, usually, or they're more negative, and my behavior changes. In the sense, I become so unsettled, And I'm always looking for a solution, how to make it. I look for a solution so that I can move. Otherwise, you get stuck when there's no solution. So I'm proactive in my behavior. So, yeah. Because I want to be in control.
Oh, okay. Lilian. Yes, sorry, Munira?
No, I said I want to be in control. So I'm always looking for a solution.
Okay. Yes, Lilian?
Yeah, I feel anxious when my expectations are not met. My body starts aching, my back, my spine, high heartbeat, fever. And then
take me slow. Oh, I usually have a notebook, so take me slow.
Oh, sorry.
To refer to my notes, you'll have to give me a private call anyway. So, you're saying
call us at the end of the course. Huh?
No, these are for my own therapy work anyway. So I was saying, you're saying you feel anxious when expectations are not met. Then you feel body aches, spine,
my back, sometimes high heartbeat, fever, headache. My thoughts become intense. I start overthinking.
Intense thoughts and overthinking.
Yeah, just trying to dig the real root cause. Yeah, why my expectations are not met. What is the real root cause? My behavior, I changes immediately. I actually withdraw and just withdraw to myself.
Okay.
If I was talking, I keep quiet. And I just keep to myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Jotham.
Yes.
Jotham?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
I feel anxious.
So I feel when I'm not winning. And in that case, my body reacts by getting some mild headaches. Then, in my thought, I start feeling probably I didn't prepare well, or I might have overshared some information that's now being used against me. And then my behavior changes, and then I call back. I call back if I was outside, I come back to the house, go lock myself in the room, and just relax. If we were in the house, I can go to the bedroom and just feel like I just need to be alone, and I need just to relax. Then as I prepare to relaunch myself.
Okay. Yes. Let's proceed. There is a perfectionism trap. Now, one thing perfectionism does is it promises safety. I wasn't going to explain what you've just said because allow me say this. It's a moment of self-awareness. So you saying it first recognizing. Munira, please mute. It's first recognizing how does anxiety reacts with you. Maybe you've never asked yourself that, but now you know when you do this, you're anxious. And before we go to solutions, let's talk about the perfectionism trap. Now, perfectionism or perfection promises safety. Safety is not even a very good word when it comes to perfectionists. Now, but instead it creates fear, delay, stress, and burnout. Now, safety in what essence? You're waiting for all the boxes to tick so that once they tick, you feel, now I can take up the first step. But you waiting for all the boxes to tick, that is fear. And that is delay. And once you delay, you end up being stressed. And once you're stressed, believe you me, you'll feel like burnout. Then you go back again to that moment of safety. This is what I'm talking about. Now, it starts with fear of failure. You're scared. Then you procrastinate. Then you tell yourself, why did I even not do it? You start feeling anxious, or you start having signs of anxiety or depression. So with that, there is a loss of confidence. Ile confidence ulikuwa uanze nayo here, the confidence has dropped. Then greater fear of failure. Now you feel there is a need to use the new habit, which is procrastination. No, I need to distract myself. I need to procrastinate. I need to surf through. I need to so that you can calm your mind with the criticism and the negativity that's going on. Now, perfectionism is the fuel for anxiety. You see, Vilegari, a vehicle cannot move unless it has been put fuel on it. Now, for anxiety, in most cases, that need for things to be, that need for things to happen, that need for success, that need for 100% mark is that which fuels you not to take action, and which leads to you now feeling anxious. Now, another issue with anxiety is people pleasing. Why? Because you please people, but at the end of the day, you start asking yourself, by the way, why did I do that? Then now you find yourself, why did I say yes when my heart was really screaming no? Because there is the fear of rejection, there is the fear of conflict. More so, people don't want conflict. So if I can say yes to avoid conflict, I will do it. There is fear of disappointing other people. There is need for approval. Now this is the most interesting part. Rose, I appreciate you for what you shared in the group, because emotionally intelligent people do not suppress emotion. They notice, oh, I'm feeling sad. You name the emotion sad. Where is this sadness coming about? I feel sad because the project didn't go as planned. How can I regulate? Maybe I can revisit the project. How can I respond? Give me time to revisit the project and submit a better version. That is just an example of how emotional regulation happens. So it's more like a ladder. You take the first step, which is noticing. You can't deal with something you don't know. You can't deal with something you're suppressing. You can't deal with something you're hiding. So first step is for you to notice. Then you name, what am I noticing? Don't say I'm fine, okay, good. With emotional regulation, you have to use the right adjective for what you're really feeling. So you notice, why did I withdraw? Then I feel sad. Why do I feel sad? I feel sad because so and so's response during my project really hurt me. Why did it hurt me? Maybe I felt triggered. Why am I getting triggered? I'm getting triggered because this word in specific is the same word my parent used to use, and it reminds me a lot. How can I then regulate? Okay? Then how do I respond? You see, once you go through this step, you give now time for the prefrontal cortex to rationalize the situation, rather than the amygdala hijack, where you just react. We said after these 12 weeks, we are not reacting anymore. We are doing what? We are responding. There's a difference. A response is something that has been rationalized, thought through. A reaction is just a quick way of reacting to something. I know I shouldn't use the same word to explain, but it's just you now trying to react to what has just happened. But responding is you trying to internalize, notice, name, understand, regulate, then respond proactively by using I statement. We are not blaming people. You are not pointing fingers. We say, I feel offended, not you offended me. Okay? What are then the daily habits that we need to practice? We have mindfulness, breathing, exercise, healthy sleep, we have boundaries, we have journaling. Allow me talk about a little bit about journaling. Now, journaling is a very important thing. I believe I said everyone should have a journal, right? Where you write down how you're feeling. You see here, that's where you notice your feelings. That's where you name your feelings. That's where you understand your feelings. That's where you regulate your feelings. So journaling comes as you transferring what's in your head to the piece of paper. After you've journaled your frustration, you won't react, you will respond. Okay? Now let's talk about Grace for a minute. Grace is a smiling person, always productive, never says no, but recently she cannot sleep. She cries alone. She feels empty. What signs of high functioning anxiety can you identify? And I want you to share these with your personal life. What are the signs of high functioning anxiety can you identify in your own life? Yeah, we are making it more productive. I want you to, we've said the first step is self-awareness. Okay, let me start with Lillian.
Can you repeat it? What did you say? Grace is productive.
Now, Grace is a smiling person who is productive, who never says no. But recently, she noticed she cannot sleep. Why? She cries a lot. She feels empty. Now, what signs of high functioning anxiety can you identify? That's the first question. The second question I want us to discuss is, what signs of high functioning anxiety have you identified in your life? Have you understood me, Munira?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's take it a step at a time. Lillian, your time is now. Tell us. Feel free to share. This session basically is more of a group therapy session where you self-awareness.
Okay, for Grace, she never says no, so she's a yes person. She's an indicator of high functioning anxiety. She cannot sleep. She cries alone and feels empty. Yeah, in my personal life, I love my sleep. So the day I miss sleep is when I know things are not okay. In bad situations, I find myself I can cry, but for me, crying is somehow therapy, because after I cry, like, I become better. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lillian. Rose? Rose?
Oh, sorry. We are responding to what we see Grace having here, right?
We are responding first to what you can identify from this case. Number two, what you can identify from your own life.
Okay, all right. So Grace is always smiling, always smiling. Is it always that you're having pleasant emotions? Not necessarily. So is it that is it a facade she has to have? Probably yes. Always productive. There are times we have moments where we are underperforming, so she could probably be trying to push herself to either not disappoint or to just keep going. It never says no. The lack of assertiveness is there. So of course, yes, doesn't again want to disappoint and wants to be as productive as it can get. Recently, she cannot sleep. Of course, now that the sleep patterns affected, stays alone, the pressure, and feels empty. Yeah. Yes. The cries alone goes to show the kind of pressure she has to offload, given that outwardly she has to show a certain outward demeanor, but deep down, there's a lot happening that comes with pressure, feeling empty. Is it depression per se, but maybe perhaps sadness, because maybe perhaps there's not enough time to be themselves, and so there's a lot of pretense, and so the sadness comes with not being able to be real and just apply themselves as they naturally are. Trying to individual life. Yes, because I really like keeping on pushing to keep going. Even when you have to say no. I remember telling Joram, he mentions it's good to observe working hours. And then beyond a certain time of the evening, should be like family time. If you really do have your own family, or should be resting time. And the many other examples we give. I never knew. I know that I should do that, but I never knew how to put up a stop to the day. See the work. So I reach home. So the aspect of always trying to be productive is what has been an unhealthy mantra that I've pushed on through. But I'm slowly learning to have boundaries and, of course, be assertive so that the triggers can be much lesser. Since, we still have to have some stress in life, happen at to keep us going as a motive, yes. But yes, I'm really trying to learn how to consider self so that the triggers are less and I'm able to have an intact self concept that is not having resultant aspects that I have to deal with, such as now this high functioning anxiety, because of a certain way I feel like I need to be because of the external. But what does Rose really stand for? What does Rose live for? What makes Rose tick? So that is what I'm trying to equally zero down to. So I hope I've answered the signs of high functioning anxiety, and hopefully what I'm trying to equally do now that I note that there's that aspect of the high functioning anxiety. Thank you.
Yes, you have. Yes, thank you. Now, nannies.
Okay, I think for Grace, one of the things is that you can see that she's always smiling and also productive. And one of the things is that she could be overthinking and the smiling thing, never saying no. I think she's people pleasing and she doesn't want to disappoint people. And then there's now also the physical cost. Yeah, she cannot sleep, and then whereby she's not what she is to other people. She cries when she's alone. So that means she's suffering, and even like emotionally, and also that feeling empty. It's also something that is not healthy for her. And she is suffering. Those are the signs of the high functioning anxiety, all those things. And personally, I would say that I think I was Jane sometimes back. I was Grace. All those things, smiling, productive, and you're not saying because you don't want to disappoint people. Actually, I could only sleep 3 hours at most. And there was those days I would cry, feeling that emptiness. So I would say like a year ago, I was Grace. But currently, I'll say that there's a lot of improvement with the therapy and everything else. I'll say that currently, at least I'm able to moderate very many things. Thank you.
At least currently you are nannies.
Yes, at least I am not like the 100%, but at least where I am now, I can say 85% am myself.
Okay. Yes. Munira. Munira?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Oh, yeah. Hi. I think the anxiety symptoms I see in this person is people pleasing. Yeah, because she's giving in so much, trying to please everyone and doesn't get in return. Yeah, so and that disappoints her and she feels empty inside. Yeah, so there's lack of assertiveness and probably problems with boundaries. When you don't have boundaries, you keep giving and giving and then you run empty yourself. So she does so much for everyone and doesn't get anything in return. Then there's loneliness, I would say. She's probably giving, but there's that loneliness because she doesn't get validation for what she's doing. So she's lonely and lonely in a crowd. So in my personal life, I have that. Sometimes, not always, but I am lonely in a crowd. And sometimes I lack assertiveness. These two qualities stand out for me.
Okay.
But I've learned, I've actually grown and I've overcome that. But sometimes they do, because it's not my natural nature, So, yeah, but I've overcome it.
Okay. Thank you, Munira. Jotham?
Yes. Sometimes I was this Grace, and I felt we just changed the name Grace so that it sound anonymous person. That you wanted to mention me. This now with my colleague, this is what we did with my colleague. We felt now, one, we are that outgoing, we are doing things, we wouldn't like anybody to notice that we are burning out. So in that case, we'll feel, I don't have this particular qualification. Because I don't have this qualification, I have to work extra hard so that I compensate on the qualification that I don't have. Because in any case, if they say now we want to do right sizing or downsizing, the axe will fall on us. So that we avoid that axe falling on us, we were to do an extra, to go an extra, because we'll say, okay, the other person, because he has this qualification, he might be, the axe might be lenient. So now for us, because we don't have that qualification, we must be extra cautious. We must go an extra mile so that in case there's a leeway for the axe, the boss can look at it and say, now, if I let Jotham to go, then I'll have a bigger gap to fill up. So in that case, I have to compensate what I don't have. No, because of that, compensating on what I don't have, you find that I go an extra mile. I stretch myself physically beyond what my body could accommodate. No, because I've stretched extra, so now when I go back, let's say, to the house to sleep, yes, I'll be on that bed, but I can't sleep because I'm still thinking, what else can I do? So now, because I've given this strategy, I've used this strategy today. Tomorrow, what strategy am I likely to use so that I keep on enticing the boss that as much as I don't have that qualification, I still can do that job better. So eventually, with time aside, keep on strategizing. Every night I have to think of what new thing am I going to bring in, what new thing am I going to bring in. So if I'm that I can't sleep, then it reached a point I couldn't even go to that job. You get it? I couldn't go to that job because burnout caught up with me. A number of days I've missed on sleep. I couldn't sleep adequately when I get to office. And then I'm walking as if I'm drunk. I'm staggering. Then it reached a point now I could not even wake up. Early morning when I wake up, the head is too heavy. I head to sleep. And then I felt, oh, probably I'm sick. And because I have a medical cover, let me go to Aga Khan. So when I went to Aga Khan, the interaction I had with the doctor, he told me, my friend, you are not sick, but you are looking for sickness. Kindly request for, I was advised 5 days to go just and sleep. Don't do anything. So I had to take a 5 days break. I went just to sleep, not to think about work, not to think about customers, not thinking how I'll secure that job and all that. So now from that, and then I said, okay, can I now go and rather than compensating on lack of that qualification, can I just enroll for a course and get that qualification so that I don't have to be in much fear that because of this qualification, I can be terminated anytime. So that's how I dealt with that.
Okay, thank you, Jotham. Now, there's something I've noticed, a kind of a discrepancy between the real and the ideal. Now, between the authentic and the ideal person. Let me ask this to the forum. I'll give people time. What discrepancy do you notice between the real you and the ideal you? Who is a real? Real is who you are right now. Munira, Nanis, Rose, Lillian, Jotham, Caro. And who is the ideal? Ideal now is the person I have in mind that I should be. Now, what are the things that are bringing in that gap between you, the real person, and the ideal person? Because these things in between here are the things that make you anxious. They are the things that causes anxiety. Let's start with Rose. Yes, Rose? Rose? Okay. Yes,
Sorry,
Rose.
I'm here.
I can.
I can hear you, Rose. Go on.
Yes, please come again with the question.
Sorry?
Please come again. Sorry.
Oh, no, I was saying, in the course of today's discussion, there's something I've noticed, a discrepancy between the real person and the ideal. That's why we find we have some things we have to pretend. We have some things that we need to overcompensate, some things that we need to cover, and those things that are bringing that discrepancy are the things that makes us anxious most of the time.
Yes, agreed. Completely agreed, 100%. Because now, if we just present it to both ourselves and those in our environs, depending on where we define ourselves, if, for example, in at work, those family gatherings, social gatherings, even say appointments and all, if all we ever presented is who we are, what is on the ground, so to speak, then we would not have to put up certain standards and a certain facade to meet certain quote unquote standards to be in certain places, to be deemed a certain way or to feel worthy, or even just say those conditions of worth of I'm only worthy if I'm able to. As Jordan was saying, there are times you'll feel like as though you're shortchanging people, like you're underperforming because you're feeling like you're you see. So if you were able to have the ability and maybe be enabled to present more of the real, so authentic than the ideal, that way would have less of the aspects of wanting to survive on with this anxiety, which later then becomes a high functioning anxiety stroke, a high functioning depression, which now of course now becomes counterproductive because in the long run we are now the ones not necessarily having that overall holistic wellness as we ought to have or desire to have. So yes, agreed. There's that discrepancy.
Now, my question to you, Rose, today is, what are the areas that you've noticed the discrepancy? I say today is self-awareness. Let me engage your minds.
That's a very good question. Again, personal life I find I more or less am able to find a footing, but a place like work where to begin with, if you're working in an institution that is religious based, and then of course is opposite to what you follow in your faith. I am a Christian, yes, but I work in a Seventh-day Adventist institution, and that is quite demanding and wanting. And a lot of times I have to feel like I have to prove my worth being in those spaces. And so over time, I've had to really be overproductive. And I say over because I've gone overboard. I had to keep on going. I was that person who has to keep on going. Rose must keep on going. Now, what that led me to is okay, then there's me. So, oh, okay, she's working to have a space on the table. Well and good. So let's give her more work to do. Which is way to extra perform. And I got to a point as we were beginning these classes. In fact, among the reasons why I joined was I just felt too overwhelmed to keep on pushing. You know, you can't in this economy you can't just say, okay, I'm tired, I've gone to the reserve, I want to do farming, I want to do something else. It's not that easy to just wake up and put all productivity aside. You have to still be productive at the end of the day. But are you productive within your limits, within your boundaries, within your own capabilities and abilities to the point that you're able to appreciate your self efficacy, not to be pushed, not to be overused or misused or and all that comes with being, pushed to your limits by an employer. But how do they respect you as an employee much as you're there and you're respecting the work that they have so graciously given you? Yeah, so that's an aspect I'm hoping to continue working on. I still don't know if there are repercussions to the letters I sent earlier in the week. Was it this week or last week? Those for declining to be in the committees. I still don't know the repercussions, but I'm willing to go through the repercussions just so I can preserve my own peace of mind because I don't want to keep on struggling to sleep. It's already midnight. I'm still trying. There's that aspect of initiating and maintaining the sleep. That struggle is already so much. And beyond that, the constant fatigue. There's a time I mentioned, there's a time I was not even able to verbally respond when I would have the many frequent illnesses. And now that you mentioned it, I'm like, oh, now it makes sense because nothing else makes sense. So now I hope I'm able to have a voice to fight for me, but of course within reasonable boundaries and acceptable limits. Just as I respect them, they do respect me. That's the one place I really hope to have that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Rose. Self-awareness fulfilled. At least you're noticing there's a discrepancy. You see, another thing between the real and the ideal self is beliefs, values. Those are things that you cannot ignore. Why? Because at the back of your mind, this, you see, everybody might approve you, but if your mind is not approving you, you still have a conscious problem. Let's go to Lillian. What are the discrepancies in the course of today's discussion that you've noticed in your life between the real you, right, and the ideal person?
Yeah, thank you. Maybe I can just, I've been thinking through, and maybe I can just point out maybe like 2 areas of my life that brings this discrepancy. First, in my career progression, I feel like I should be in senior management by now, and I'm not yet there. And secondly, I feel like I should have been married even 10 years ago, but I'm not yet. So this delay sometimes, of course, brings anxiety. And when I think through them, of course, I note that maybe I have not been very deliberate in just pursuing these goals. There's nothing that has been wrong with me. Maybe I've not just been deliberate. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. And Lillian, before you mute yourself, what do you plan to do to bridge the gap? You've talked about being deliberate.
Yes, now I have a plan.
No, you must have a plan. You can't just say, I'll open that shop, I'll be deliberate. No. How deliberate are you going to do? You see, you knowing is the first step, but you taking action is the second step.
Yeah, I've gone through that thought process, and I have a progression plan. Yes, on both of them. So I will actualize them gradually.
Okay, thank you. Let me not ask further. Musibe Siri. Let's go to Nannies.
Okay, as for me, I'll say that although actually it's not just about this self-awareness alone, but actually in most of the sessions that I've attended and even the discussions that we have been having, I've realized that my biggest weakness or the discrepancy between now the nannies, the actual one and the ideal one, is the issue of postponing.
Okay.
Yes, whereby I'm saying, yeah, this one I'll do. Like now, personally, I know I should be having 2 masters as we speak. That is the ideal, which I've not achieved yet. And I've realized my biggest problem is the postponing. This one can wait tomorrow. I will do this tomorrow, and then tomorrow never comes. So, and I'm working on that to do. Actually, I was just as we were here, I was trying to fill in the form of my next master's on leadership. So that's the plan. And and being more intentional on being myself. I don't have to please everybody. And I think I practiced that one over the weekend, and that one gave me a lot of peace. I'm not like feeling guilty that I didn't please people, whereby I could just say, okay, my friend, this is what you want. You don't want to travel with us? You're saying your budget is not enough? I'm sorry, I will deal with these people who are ready. Once you are ready, then but no, that will not be in our group. Yes, I'm the coordinator, but since the person was feeling nannies, you should do more for me than the others. I was like, my dear, this is where I am. I'm dealing with this group who are ready. When you are ready, kindly do it on your own. And I didn't feel guilt about it. And later, is when she rushed and very fast, like, nannies, please include me in your group, and I'm doing this and this and this. So I felt, wow, so this one can work. I don't have, to just do or do as per the expectation, but I should do what is the right thing, and I should not put pressure on myself. So if they feel disappointed, that is on their own. But I will also be within where I feel emotionally safe and also comfortable. So I would say from the class, not because I know even this one we discussed it, about, that self-awareness, and not just, if you're disappointed, okay, I cannot be Jesus. Oh, so it was a very
Deputy Jesus.
Yes, I cannot be Deputy Jesus. So there are those things. And as I said, this weekend, it works well. And even later, she was like, yeah, I think I also, she also learned her lesson. It's not the nannies maybe they were used to who would just, do things for them. And I'm happy. Thank you.
Umeanza kuwaonyesha dust. What? Nannies. Okay. That was on a light note. Munira, tell us, what are the discrepancies that you can see in yourself? Yes, Munira? Okay, as she is getting back to us. Yes, Jotham, what are the discrepancies that you can see between the real and the ideal self?
One, the discrepancy that comes in is also coming with a lot of perceptions. So sometimes how I perceive this where I should be. I should be doing this. I should be running this kind of business. I should be running this kind of institution. But now, to cure that, I have to accept that where I am is not where I used to be. So with time I've grown. So I might not be where I anticipate to be or where I should be, but I've also grown. So once I start appreciating where I am, then it makes me feel better rather than just comparing that I should have done this, I should have acquired, I must have. You get it? So in that case now that gives me hope that yes, I've also done, there's something that I've done. So I become grateful for what I've done, and then say, okay, what I've not done is still work in progress. I'm not fully made, so I'm still work in progress. So what I've done, I celebrate. Then what I've not done, I keep on working on it so that I can achieve. I cannot achieve everything in a single day or a single transaction. So now that's what keeps me now going. And then I don't have that hard feelings. Oh, now you see my friends are enjoying this and I'm not enjoying. My friends have this and I don't have. No, so it keeps now me getting out of that race of comparison. I say yes, the things that I have that my friends don't have, and probably what they have and I don't have. For them, they're not seeing that as an advantage to them. They're only seeing what I have that they don't have. Yeah.
And you are not your friends. That's why we are talking about the authentic self. Now, Susan, welcome back.
Yeah, sorry, this I got lost a bit. I was traveling.
Oh, you got lost. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, now before we end today's session, we were talking about the discrepancy between the ideal Susan, the Susan you have in your head, and
Yes.
the real Susan, the Susan that is talking to me. Now, what are the discrepancies you've noticed in your life, and what do you plan to do about them?
Kindly come up again, The Susan that is me now, and which Susan?
The ideal person, the person you feel, this is who I should be. This is the
Yes.
person I want people to see. This is the Susan in your head and the real Susan.
Yeah, that's interesting. The Susan that I am and the Susan that I want. Yeah, the Susan that I am, okay, it's not a perfect one now, but the Susan that I have in my mind should be this person who is trustworthy, doing the right thing, who can come out to help others genuinely. The Susan that is there may be having shortcomings, may not be doing it perfectly well. The other day I learned that perfectionism may not be the right thing, because that's what I've always known myself to be. Then I need to change and avoid being a perfectionist. Otherwise, I've always believed being a perfectionist makes things okay.
Okay. Thank you, Susan. Now, I believe each and every one of us is aware of where these discrepancies are. And that's where I'll pose this question. This one you don't need to answer me. What has anxiety cost you?
But can I say something? Because you said, I've come back here.
Before you come back. Okay, Munira, yes, please. I called you a number of times.
Yeah, no, because I was out. Somehow the internet is not working properly. Anyway, the discrepancies I noticed in myself is, I've achieved a lot. I became the head of social work department. I went to the UK. I worked in the top hospital as a psychologist. I've done a lot and I've achieved a lot. I've come in the press and I've come in, even in the UK, I came in the UK magazine. So they came to interview me. So I've done a lot, achieved a lot. But now, at the age of 71, with the health issues I have, I cannot manage what I used to. So my ideal self is it's not the same. It's a little blurred picture I have. I've slowed down with age. I can't achieve what I want to achieve. Even though I put my mind to it, I'm not able to do it. I procrastinate and, so it's a bit difficult now with age. And my husband is also sort of semi-retired, so I cannot, when I want to work, he doesn't like it. So, there are conflicts because of that. So I think now I've also given up in a way. I try my best. Although I work with the British psychologists and I liaise with them, I do work with them now also, just to keep me mentally occupied. But otherwise, I have achieved a lot and maybe I can leave a legacy maybe of writing books or something like that. But I don't have the energy which I used to have when I was 50 or even 60, but now I don't. So I'm not going to run after it. I'm enjoying my retirement and my grandkids. So that's what it is. So I don't have a lot of discrepancy, but there is. If I can say, I could have achieved more, but now I've learned to compromise with myself.
Okay. all I would say is, Munira, give yourself a pat in the back first. Don't be too harsh on yourself.
No, I am not. Now I've given up. I say, in fact, everybody knows that all my 3 kids have gone to Oxford University.
Yeah.
So that's a big pat on my back since then. So I'm not worried. That's why I'm saying I've slowed down now. I'm not looking for jobs. I'm not looking for clients. I'm not, so I am not really keen on achieving so much. What I can achieve, I'm happy.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying, give yourself a pat in the back, and that dream, that vision of leaving a legacy, writing a book. You may not write that book in 1 year. You can write in 10 years and still publish the book. So as long as you just do one just a small step. Yeah, that's all I would say. Now, back to our conversation. What has anxiety cost you? This is just a question for you people. Just to think about it. Is it in the health? Is it about relationships? Is it about peace? Is it about confidence? Is it about dreams? What has anxiety cost you in your life? Now, this is just the action plan. This week, I'll stop 1, 2, 3. For nannies, I'll stop procrastinating. Oh, Lillian, I remember the last time you said there was a project you've been postponing. You are also a culprit of that. Now, this week, I'll start maybe noticing my emotions. I'll start maybe saying no. I'll start building more better boundaries. This week, I'll continue with my personal development journey. I'll ask for help when I feel overwhelmed. I'll protect myself by excusing myself when I'm emotionally charged so that I don't overreact, and so many other things. Yes. Point to remember from today's conversation, you are not your productivity, you're not your performance, you're not your perfection. Susan, you are not your performance. You are not your perfection. Your worth existed long before your achievement. Your worth is something that's inherent. Like I would like to finish with a quote in the Bible. It says, "I knew you before I formed you." Now that means our worth is not something that is based on productivity. Our worth is not based on performance. Our worth is not based on perfection. Allow me to just finish with this. I know I've been coming back to this today. You can still get love without achievement. You can still get approval without perfection. You can still get accepted without performance. Your worth is not something that is measured by your performance, by your perfection, is not measured by your productivity, because it existed before even you were formed. So people, this is just for you to finish. Today I realized, 1, today I choose, today I forgive myself for, today I commit to. I want to give us 1 minute each to complete these sentences, and then if there won't be any question, we'll be done for today. Let me start with Rose. Rose?
Oh, sorry. Come again?
Just to complete this sentence.
Yes.
Today I realized.
Today I had anxiety. I choose not to be defined by it. I forgive myself for all the people pleasing tendencies, which I feel like I have to do so that I have less feelings of a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and I commit to do right by rules.
You commit to?
I commit to do right by rules.
Okay. Lillian?
Today I realized that I am not the ideal me.
Mm-hmm.
Today I choose to act to bridge the gaps.
Mm-hmm.
Today I choose to make progress.
Mm-hmm.
Today I forgive myself for procrastination.
Mm-hmm.
Today I commit
You commit to?
to strive towards achieving my goals.
Okay. Munira? Munira, are you here with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to complete the sentences.
Today I realize I don't have to be perfect and to let go. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Today I choose to be not. Yeah. Where do I put procrastination?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Today I choose to be my authentic self.
Okay.
Okay. And today I forgive myself for procrastinating. I have that habit. I'll do tomorrow, and because I don't have the energy, I want to do, but I can't do it. So I will stop that. And I commit myself to working on my procrastination.
Okay. Thank you, Munira. Susan?
Yeah, today I realized that anxiety has really costed my health and my peace.
Mm-hmm.
Today I choose to free myself from being a perfect person, perfectionism.
Mm-hmm.
Today I forgive myself for setting unrealistic standards that are for me to be accepted. I have to be very perfect.
Mm-hmm.
For me today to free myself from those stringent standards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jotham?
Yes. So today I've realized I don't have to make everybody happy for me to be fulfilled.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Then today I will choose to take my life as a priority before any other life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I cannot pour out love if I don't love myself.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot get love from an empty bottle. Then today I forgive myself for feeling that going an extra mile
Mm-hmm.
can guarantee security.
Mm-hmm.
Can guarantee security. So from today, I commit to always take care of my life and the life of those who are within, rather than just pleasing those who are outside the society at large.
Okay.
Yes, that's my pledge.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you for joining us. Now, I want just to end with this quote. If it costs you your peace, it is too expensive. If it costs you your peace, then it is what? It is too expensive. I'll give my co-partner now time to conclude the meeting for us. In case there is a question, please feel free. That's all from
Yes. Thank you, Carol, for that wonderful presentation. You see, it has not just been a presentation, it has been an eye-opening. As we go through, we reflect, what have you done? You see, there are things that your subconscious mind, you have never figured out that those things are ruining your life. There are things that you do, just you find yourself doing, but you don't know. You find just yourself doing, but you didn't know they were ruining your life. But now with that exposure, now we are aware of things that when we do as much as we do to make other people happy, you are hurting yourself. As much as you want to dress to kill, you might find you are killing yourself rather than killing those that you are dressing to kill. Because you have to, for you to keep that standard, to dress to kill, you might find yourself you are breaking your bank account so that you can dress to kill. You can show that yes, you have this mighty. You can show yes, I have to dress executively so that people can see I have money, so that people feel that I'm rich. I have to dress executively, but in the long run, you are borrowing money to get those attires. When you're comparing yourself with what other people are doing, other people might be on their 20th chapter and you are on your third chapter. And so in that case, you are comparing your third chapter with somebody's 20th chapter, and you feel that person has done exceedingly well. What you are not realizing that in that particular genre of books, you are still on your third chapter. So you still have a long way to go. So in that case, so as we have learned now, we know we don't have to compare ourselves. Everybody has his own path, and your path was set because you are fearfully and wonderfully made in God's image and His likeness. So that case, and God knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. So in that case, that gives you hope that yes, even if you are not where other people are, even if you are not where you feel you should be, you are somewhere where other people are. Where you are, it's other people's dream. Where you are, where I am now, is other people's dream, is other people's prayer request. Can God take them to where I am now? So in that case, that reduces the pressure that you put yourself in, rather than looking at your classmates are excelling, they are now doing this, they are driving this, they are running big businesses. No, where you are, there's other classmates that you have that are just praying. If they can get even half of where you are, they'll be very happy. So now that said and done, next week we'll be discussing a very wonderful topic, and that will be identity, purpose, and self-worth. And apparently that will be our last topic for discussion. So that means we are graduating after next week or next week. But we still had a session, a physical session, that we'll combine with this incoming cohort and set a date so that we see it, if possible, to have a session, especially those who have access to Nairobi. We can have one weekend in Nairobi. We go out, we sit, we discuss face to face. When you talk and we are able to see each other on eyeball, we are able to see face to face. It's different from what we'll have when we are talking online, because there are things that you are not able to tell. If we are face to face, there's body language, other than just looking at the words, the expression, the English, the vocabulary. We also look at the body language that goes that, and then we are able to connect. Are we telling what is the ideal, or are we telling what is the actual? Are we pretending, or are we actually living that particular test? So, with that much said, let's meet next week, God willing, as we discuss the last topic of this course. So I wish you a wonderful week ahead. May God go before you. May God enrich you, give you strength and energy during the week. Until when we meet next on Tuesday, have a wonderful week ahead.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you, Munira. Jotham.
Yes.
No, I've forgotten. We were to mention about the. Remind me.
Finance.
Is it finance?
A course on finance.
No, leave alone the course on finance. We were to mention about the testimonial.
Aha. So that means wacha tutume kwa chat. Lakini nimeona mmoja ametupa kwa chat, so tunaweza reply kwa hiyo tuseme we are encouraged. We like to get more of this.
Yeah, you can send that. I'm sending the presentation right away. Jumi sitaki kazi kesho. Kesho napumzika manze. Jotham, next week niko na a lot. Hey, clients wenye walikuwa wametravel wameanza kurudi sasa. My schedule is nobody's business.
Lakini Mungu ni mkuu. Unajua schedule ikiwa tight in maisha inakuwa better.
Sana more so for me, unless I have money to do a few things here and there. You see, for me, if I'm busy, I am making money, you know. Bado ulienda ushago?
Nenda weekend. Sasa kuna training moja namaliza namaliza Thursday. Nilikuwa ni travel hiyo Thursday usiku. But from look of things nitaifanya Friday, alafu ni travel Friday usiku, nifike Saturday nikasherehe. Tunaenda kuingiza nyumba ya mtu.
Kuingiza nyumba mtu? What is that?
Kuingiza nyumba, housewarming.
Mimi kweli ukinifuatilia kama shida. So mnaenda housewarming.
Tunaenda housewarming. So sasa iki Sunday nitoke, nitakuwa next week niko na event in Nakuru.
Haina shida, me am here. Nikung'ang'ana tu na hii schedule yangu vile unaiona. Uzuri next week sifanyi anything about hii group.
Wewe umeshakafunga.
Unajua siku ingine nasoma aje, nilikuwa najiambia eti unajua hii si ile wiki yenye mimi na present, alafu my husband ananiambia unajua next week Jotham pia anasema hii si ile wiki yenye mimi na present.
Lakini sasa kama mimi Monday, Wednesday, Friday nakuwa na session zingine virtual.
Wewe unasema nini?
So,
na Monday nimekuwa na meeting. Kwanza therapy inatoka unaumwa na kichwa. So Monday nimekuwa na meeting. Actually nilikuwa na meeting Sunday, Monday. Si leo ni Tuesday. Niko na ingine kesho. But we all in all we are surviving.
Mungu ni mkuu.
Sana.
Mungu ni mkuu. So sababu kupata hiyo energy saa zingine mpaka mtu anakuuliza hii huna manufacture aje hii energy. Sasa uzuri naye ukifanya, Mungu naye anaendelea kukunawirisha.
Na alafu unaona the more you're doing them, the more I'm doing this presentation, the more napata energy ya kufanya vitu nyingi.
Yeah. Alafu sasa kuna vitu mingi zenye unajua subconsciously una revise, una prepare zenye unge prepare. Sasa kama hii self sasa next week tunaenda kufanya identity, purpose and self worth. So mtu angeniambia ende utafute content kuhusu identity, purpose and self worth, ningesema sasa ni mbona nijiwestie time.
Unasema nini? Mimi leo actually ilifika mahali I just decided to let the conversation take its course. Sijui kama una noticing. Sometimes yes, you have a lot to share, but then you let the convo inaenda vile inaenda.
Vile inaenda.
And I'm glad hii group tuko nao si mbaya. Imagine Jotham wanaongea.
Alafu sasa unajua advantage tunaona kai hii group tuko nayo. Iko ka timu niko nayo saa hizi training ya mchana. Una prepare slide 20. Inajua hizo 20 zitafikisha midday. Unajua tunafika midday tuko slide 5. So jisabu unaanza, ukishaanza kueleza, ukishaeleza point ya kwanza ya pili, anakuambia sasa tufanye practical. Tunafanya practical. So by the time mnamalizana practical slide moja mnakaa nayo 1 hour. So hakuna jana nilitengeneza 20, nilifanya by the time tunafunga siku tuko slide 8. Leo nikatengeneza 22, by the time tunamaliza tuko slide 7.
Imagine that's okay. Anyway, let me cut you short. Nimesikia mtoto wangu amenimii sana, nungunika, acha niende nikaone. I will continue with this. Hope uli finish recording.
Ngoja. Na sasa tuna canvas na sija stop.
Sasa utakati conversation hama?